This is the voice of the Patriot. And here we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. It is our daily editorial. And I'm most excited to be with you. Come along. Now the very first story we are looking at today is taken from the graphic online, the national communicator. And it says, President Mahama urges Ghanaians to choose Ghana first to sustain economic recovery. Can I repeat that? President Mahama urges Ghanaians to choose Ghana first to sustain economic recovery. Jesus. And I read, President John Dramani Mahama has called on Ghanaians to put the country's interests above partisan, ethnic, and religious loyalties, saying the nation's economic recovery will only be sustained if citizens uphold integrity, discipline, and national unity. He said, although the country has made progress through disciplined economic management, prudent fiscal reforms, responsible leadership, and the sacrifices of Ghanaians, much more is needed to be done to consolidate the gains. Our economic recovery has been built upon discipline. It must now be sustained by integrity. It must be protected by justice, and it must be strengthened by our national unity, President Mahama said. My brother, my sister, this is what I've been trumpeting all this while. And that is what the office of the Patriot stands for. Our motto is very simple: our country or nothing. And we translate it into French: notre pays ou rien. My brother, how many times do we need to be told this? This is what Mr. President has reiterated. On the day of the independence of this nation from Britain, Kwame Nkrumah made it clear, after shouting that the independence of Ghana is meaningless without the liberation of all other African countries. He said, but we have to change our attitudes now. My brother, my sister, we have to be patriotic. And listen to what President Mahama has said. Can I just repeat that line? He said, let us put the country's interests above partisan, 1, ethnic and religious loyalties, 2, my brother, my sister, and 3, above partisan, party politics, ethnic tribalism, religious loyalties, whether you are a Muslim or a Christian, your country first. It is sad when people say they want to go to heaven, so they worship God. It looks like it's transactional. God, I worship you, so you put me in heaven. It looks like you want to pay your rent to God on earth, a place that you are not even too sure exists. My brother, my sister, yet the present is not important to you. This is where you sit and pray to God. This is the location where you meet God and pay your rent to, so you can go to heaven that you have never seen. And you don't want to be loyal to this one. What kind of a human being are you? Can I repeat it? You want to go to heaven, so you have started paying your rent to God via your worship and your praise. You pay tithes to God. Let's assume the tithes go to God directly, because you are paying your rent in heaven. A place that you have never seen, whether it has a door or not, whether it has a window or not. Yet where you live presently, that you are so sure of, that it has a door, it has a window, my brother, my sister, you are not loyal to. Yes, you are comfort bonia. What na yarefo? Ama o comfort pa beto no. Ma. Yes, this world may not be your home as you sing in your churches. But as it stands right now, call it a transit point. It is very important because every centimeter of your journey counts. My brother, my sister, President Mahama has made it clear. It is sad when I hear some people say, oh, Ghana is a terrible country, they want to go live in America. If the Americans behave like you guys, do you think that you would want to go to their country? No wonder they treat you like trash. Because all of you are cowards who are not ready to build your own country. Politicians are thieves. Civilians are thieves. Everybody is a thief in my country. You are employed. You want your salary to be increased. Yes, you do nothing to be able to bring revenue. You want to be promoted undeservedly. When do you come to work? You are 6 hours late every day, yet you have a way of cheating the system and making it look like you appeared 2 hours before time. You are stealing from your workplace. You don't do the work. Some people even, my brother, my sister, have no regard for people that they work with. How do you then work in a team if you have no regard for the people you work with? It's the same thing with Ghana. If you call yourself Ghanaian, it behoves you to stand for Ghana. It behoves you to work so hard. Some people are so stupid. In fact, it is so shocking. They want Ghana to be a good place, yet they are the least to contribute to that good place. When floods come, we are so much in a hurry to blame authorities and say there's no work done. Yet when we are pouring rubbish into the drains, we never cared. When we are building in waterways, we never cared. And when authorities even came to break down those buildings, we cursed them. We stripped naked and sat down, exposing our vaginas to the hard, hot ground, believing that they will be cursed. What idiocy. It's hurting. Go to Japan and see how the Japanese love their country. Go to China and see the average Chinese child love his country. They teach them loyalty, patriotism right from the start. In my country, no. They are teaching you how to work and steal from the government. Right from the start, you are told that money is the most important. So you grow up in a monocracy. Nobody is interested in patriotism. When there's money that is meant for flood victims, officials pocket that. They steal at the least chance. We don't care what happens to market women when there are fires all over the place. We don't care what happens to patients in hospitals. A couple of days ago, I heard thieves even broke into a hospital and stole mobile phones from patients. Where is the heart of love? It's a stupid man who would say that this world is not his home and therefore he's waiting to go to heaven. Why do you let out the bird in your hand and you run after that one that is in the wild? It is not a way to look down on your faith. But my brother, even common sense tells you that you don't let that one bird in your hand away, running after that one in the wild. You must be crazy. Respect your country. They say cleanliness is next to godliness. You know what that means? It means keep your city clean. Keep your home clean. You can't keep your body clean when your environment is so untidy. We are a bunch of dirty people who are so irresponsible, and we play the ostrich every now and then. Oh yes. We are looking for a visa to go to cleaner countries like America, Japan, England, Portugal. We have the opportunity to clean our own country. We have left it to Zoom Lion and the bus stop boys. A church is sitting right there in front of a dirty, smelly drain. The church members would wear white, skip the gutter, and go to church and pray. They don't care how many flies come into the church, how many flies from the dirty gutters land on their food and their communion water when they are giving that. And their communion biscuits. How do they call that thing? Is it bread or biscuit? You don't care how many flies from the dirty drains fall on your communion and all those things that you drink and eat in the church in the name of Jesus' body and blood. How do you go to heaven with dirt like that? Church members are not encouraged to do communal labor. In my days, Pentecost did a lot of communal labor. They went to the market, cleaned up the market. Roman Catholic Church did the same thing. SDA did the same thing. I don't know if that is still happening. My brother, my sister, you sing in your churches that this world is not your home. You are waiting to die so you go to heaven. There's no heaven for you as long as you don't recognize the earth. No wonder the Jehovah's Witnesses are telling you that there is heaven on earth. If you disrespect the earth, you disrespect your heaven. You idiot. It hurts. A few people are working very hard to keep the nation clean. The multitudes have no common sense. Yet they are the elders of the churches. They are the malams and their children who go to the mosque every now and then. Look at our zongos. It looks like they are factories of death. Go to the zongos. If you want the dirtiest places in every city, go to the zongo. True or false? If I am lying, tell me, Blakk Rasta, today you have smoked your thing again. Go to the zongos. Yet the Prophet of Islam himself was a very clean man, according to what we read about in the hadith. He loved to wear white, spotless white. How can you wear white when there's a gutter in front of the mosque that is smelling, smellier than hell? And you are comfortable. Allahu Akbar. You open your mouth and 30 flies have already entered there. What happened to communal labor? What happened to all the youth demonstrating that the place must be clean if you cannot do it yourself? My brother, my sister, let's be serious. Let's be serious. Let us love our country. We were not put here for nothing. Do you know how you came here? It's not by chance that you are here. Respect your country. Don't go about throwing filth all over the place. You can't do that in China. You cannot do that in Japan. You cannot do that in Germany. Those countries you idiots all want to go to. Listen to what the president is saying. Some people love their religions more than they love their country. If you do that, you are Satan children. You love your religion more than you love the country God himself gave you. You love your religion more than you love your country. How then do you expect God to come to your country to bless you? You yourself, you don't love the country. You yourself, you say it's not your home. Where would God find you to take you to your true home? You must be crazy. Think about it deeply. When are we going to rise to that mental acumen? When are we going to rise to the level of this sensibility? People are throwing things in the gutters. They are building in waterways. And when authorities go to break, they emotionally blackmail the government. And we have churches that are looking for the hype that quickly come out and say, oh, we'll pay your rent for 10 years. Don't worry. Oh, mother. Oh, old lady. Oh, old man. Oh, yet when floods come, we all see that the carelessness of a few affects the multitudes. Think about it, my brother. And Mr. President, I have said this time and again, you can keep building all the roads, You can fix all the traffic lights. Hey, 48-hour economy. Hey, your Ghana city could be 1 Ghana city to $1 million American dollars. Nothing would happen in this country in terms of positive change if there's no patriotism. Boys from Ashaiman would break street lights and steal them. Boys from Nima will break traffic lights and steal them. Street lights and steal them. Politicians will steal the money that is meant for the multitudes. And when the multitudes get frustrated, they vent their spleen on the nation. And all that you have achieved will be nothing. Don't let us be running after symptoms when we should be dealing with the disease. I leave it here. The next thing I want to look at is taken from My Joy Online, and it says Apostle Nyamekye calls for teaching of ethics from primary school to tackle corruption. Jesus. I don't know this apostle, but I think I've heard his name. I'm going to read this from My Joy Online. Now, the chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Eric Nyamekye. Okay, I think I know him now. He was the one involved in some controversy recently when the woman from whatever made mention of him, and it became a national issue. Apologies were, I mean, you know the story. Now I read. The chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Eric Nyamekye, has called for the introduction of compulsory anti-corruption education across all levels of Ghana's education system as part of efforts to tackle the country's persistent corruption challenge. He argued that if corruption is recognized as a major obstacle to Ghana's development, then it must be addressed through deliberate and structured education from an early age. I'll leave it here. This is the man that Julius Deborah cried in front on his birthday, the last birthday. This was the man President John Dramani Mahama sat down and listened to. He's the boss of the Pentecost Church. With all respect, it's the same issue of patriotism. He says we have to teach anti-corruption in our schools. Who says we don't? We do. But do we do it passionately? Again, these are all symptoms. Let us deal with the true disease. And the true disease is lack of patriotism. When you have proverbs in your local languages that say, Abane Juma onswa ochu. In other words, government work, you don't carry it on top of your head like a huge responsibility. Drag it on the floor. And that is to wit. When government employs you, just do the little thing that you can, don't put in the maximum. Drag the load on the floor. Don't carry it. After all, it's not your father's job. Such silly proverbs. How many people have been employed by government, yet they tell you that it's not their father's work? They are only there for the salary. No wonder Victoria Hammer told us a few years ago that she was only in politics to earn $1 million. What a cheap woman. What a shame. And the president at the time, John Dramani Mahama, did the needful. He decided to annihilate her politically. And from that time, she has been in the limbo of political oblivion. Hallelujah. My brother, in our country, we protect our own thieves. Somebody steals from the government, and we protect the person. After all, the government is a certain entity that exists only in space. We are not connected to the government. We don't see the government as anything we have to show loyalty to. Yet when we need things, that is where we go to. When we are asked to pay tax, we see it as slavish. We will never pay tax to these thieves. Yet when we need street lights, we go to the same thieves and say we need those. When there's flooding, it is the same thieves we go to because we are disjointed. The people and the state. In some countries, they succeeded in making their citizens understand that if they stand by and watch one man steal from the nation, that one man is stealing from their own pockets and it will affect them in one way or the other. In our country, no. The more you steal from the government, the smarter you are. Again, if I am wrong, tell me, Blakk Rasta, you have smoked your tin again. Look, church members, church elders, church leaders are all trumpeting this. Go to the Pentecost church where this man here is a chairman. A lot of them are in prison for stealing. Pentecost members. Go to Sawam prison. Why are they there? Because religion has failed. The Pentecost church has failed. Roman Catholic has failed. The church has failed. My brother, my sister, the mosques has failed. How many Muslims are in prison? How many Muslims are into crime? When Ramadan comes, we are told that crime reduces and that the beer bars do not sell anymore. Imagine, Ramadan is here and beer bars are almost empty. That tells you who patronizes all these beer bars. The same Muslims. When there's crime, people are pointing at members of religions. The only group that I've heard about that is getting a lot of accolades is the Jehovah's Witnesses. Yet they are the people who are the most lauded. Oh, Jehovah 4-day. Oh, Jehovah 4-day. They will not go to heaven. They are antichrist, blah, blah, blah. Yet they hold a strong moral compass. You hardly will find a Jehovah's Witness in jail. Hardly. Go everywhere in the world. It's hard for you to find a Jehovah's Witness in jail. You know how they do it? Practically, they deal with their morals right from the beginning. When a child is born to a Jehovah's Witness family, they deal with this child right from the beginning. I'm not a member of the Jehovah's Witnesses, but I've had the opportunity to study with these people for a long time. And everyone will tell you, my brother, my sister, and I've told this story over and over. A Nigerian friend of mine had his car broken down and he invited a mechanic to come over and deal with it. The mechanic took the car. He asked the mechanic how soon he will return the car. He said, well, I've not really diagnosed it properly. Let me check it out, diagnose it, and I'll let you know within a few hours how many days it will take. If you're comfortable, I go ahead. If you're not, I return the car. He said he was surprised to hear that. A lot of these mechanics will tell you, oh, give me 2 days, I'll bring it. Yet he has not even seen the problem. Is it magic? How can a doctor treat a patient without diagnosing the patient to find out what the sickness is? Are you crazy? So this guy took the car away. And within hours, he called and said, you know what? It's not a big problem. I should be able to finish it within 2 days. He gave himself time just in case. In just 1 day, he returned the car to the man and said, well, I think I have finished with the work. But since I am not the one going to drive the car, drive it and tell me if you are okay with the car. My Nigerian friend asked, how much am I paying? He said, you are not paying anything until you are satisfied with the work that I have done. He was shocked. Who is this? Was he trained abroad? Can you imagine? Anything good must come from abroad. If somebody is thinking wisely, oh, did he school abroad? Oh, is he living with white people? You see the kind of thinking we have in our society. Anybody who decides not to go by the stupid norms we have here is trained abroad. So my Nigerian friend decided to keep quiet. He drove the car for about 2 hours. He was so satisfied with the work. He called this mechanic and said, you know what? I'm done with the work. Been able to take it around for 2 hours and it's excellent. You've done a good job. Please, how much do I pay? You know what the guy said again? He said, oh, a job like this, you need to drive it for at least 3 days so, and be sure that everything is okay. He said, it's my car. I know it is okay. He said, okay, I will come in 3 days so that we can talk about it. He intentionally gave this man 3 days. This was a mechanic who wasn't so educated. But look at the moral compass. And when the man finally came after 3 days for his money, he charged the most minimal. He told him, I fixed this new part and this new part. They cost this and they cost that. He was shocked. Somebody else would have inflated the prices. Trillions of Ghana cedis to kill whoever is there. And he charged a small amount of money. He asked him, where are you from? Did you study abroad? He said, oh, no. So where are you from? He said, oh, I'm from here. Are you religious? He said, oh, no, I'm a member of the Jehovah's Witnesses. They say I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses. He was shocked. He actually was hearing about the Jehovah's Witnesses for the first time. My brother, my sister, it's not a promotion for religion. It's not a promotion for a certain sect. This is reality check. And we all know that. Yet there are the people who say will not go to heaven. Yes, they have whatever they have that we don't believe in. For instance, they don't recite the national anthem, the national pledge and all those things, blood issues and all that. But those are issues with faith. And when we get to that bridge, we shall cross it as well. But in the interim, they have the moral compass that we need in our offices to fight corruption. Left to me alone, all the people who are appointed in government will be Jehovah's Witnesses. Left to me alone, until we prove ethnically, religiously, that we have taken up a new moral compass to run with. I know what I'm talking about. Our country is so dirty. Pastors are stealing. Recently, there was a certain pastor we were told slept with his own daughter. He's in jail. Has he come out? My brother, my sister, the people who are taking you to heaven themselves are sodomizing each other right here. Those who are taking you to heaven, they are sleeping with little children, defiling them. And they say it's the devil. Oh, Jesus. This is what Nyamekye is saying. With all respect, I know what you're saying makes a lot of sense, but please take time and go to our prisons and find out how many Pentecostals are in jail. Then you might start this education from your background, your yard. With all respect, I leave it here.
Shall